Hello, and welcome to Legends Unveiled. Today, I have a bone-chilling tale to share with you. But before we begin, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It's your gateway to uncovering the most mysterious and thrilling stories of all time. Now, are you ready? Let's dive into the story. The clock had passed midnight, and silence filled the place. In one of the towering buildings, Layla was working alone in her empty office. Papers were scattered around her, and her eyes were tired from the long hours of work. Suddenly, she decided it was time to leave. Layla gathered her papers and laptop. She looked around and felt the solitude that dominated the space. The hallway leading to the elevator was strangely dim, and the lights flickered intermittently. Nonetheless, she kept walking. When she reached the elevator, she pressed the button and waited patiently. As the elevator doors opened, a metallic creak echoed in the empty corridor. The elevator seemed old and unfamiliar. Ignoring her unease, Layla stepped in. She pressed the button for the ground floor, and the doors closed slowly. Instead of descending, the elevator stopped abruptly at a floor that didn't exist on the control panel. The doors opened slowly, revealing a hallway lined with pictures on the walls. Layla cautiously approached and noticed the pictures were moving, like live scenes from her life. She saw herself in the images, moments she had long forgotten. Layla's voice in a whisper. "How can these pictures be here?" The doors shut quickly before Layla could step out. The elevator began moving again, but stopped at another floor. This time, the room was completely dark, filled with empty chairs. She heard faint whispers echoing around her. Layla, in a trembling voice, "Who's there?" There was no response, but shadows began to shift in the darkness, surrounding Layla with fear. The elevator resumed its movement, but the buttons no longer responded. It finally stopped at a pitch-black floor. When the doors opened, Layla saw a replica of herself staring back at her with a terrifying smile. The figure looked exactly like her, but with eyes filled with malice. The replica's voice, "At last, it's time to meet your true self." Layla's trembling voice, "Who are you? What do you want?" The replica's voice, "I am you, but the face you've always tried to deny." The elevator suddenly jolted and headed to the ground floor. When the doors opened, Layla quickly stepped out, but the world around her was entirely different. The sky was unnaturally dark, the buildings were destroyed, and the streets were deserted. Layla's terrified voice, "This isn't the place I know. What happened?" Before Layla could process what was happening, she heard whispers behind her. She slowly turned around and the screen fades to black. And that's the end of our story. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. See you next time with another story.